Hey everybody, this is Ms. Dietrich helping you on lesson 7.8, which is on Generate Equivalent Expressions. Numbers 10, 11, and 12, the directions are, use the distributive property to write an equivalent expression. Now, when you see that you have terms and some of them have different variables, I'm going to suggest you find the GCF of each term. So let's think about let's start with number 11. If we were to find the GCF of 21 and 35, wouldn't that be 7? So I'm going to put the 7 right there. And let's stick in a set of parentheses, and let's copy this operation in the middle of it. Alright, so now we have to ask ourselves, 7 times what is 21? Wouldn't that be 3? And it would have to be 3p. 7 times 3p equals 21p. Now let's use that same thinking to get this addend over here. 7 times what equals 35? Wouldn't that be 5? And we need the q, because this can't just be 7 times 5 is 35. It needs to be 35q, so we're going to put the q on there. Alright, so now we have two expressions that are equivalent to each other. Now let's take a look at number 12, and then we'll go back and look at number 10. If we were to find the GCF of 18 and 9, that would be 9. So let's write the 9, and let's write a set of parentheses. Alright, so 9 times what equals 18x? That would be 2x. 9 times what equals 9y? Wouldn't that be y? Because 9 times y would be 9y. Now let's assume that the x represents, the 18x represents these green jars, and the 9y represents 9 of these. Let's see why this works. Because if we kind of regroup this as this, two of these, right? Here's one, here's the other, and each one has 9. So this is a model that explains this part right here. Plus, let's pretend y represents these the bottles, and we have 9 of those. So if we were to combine all of this, and all of this, you could think of it like you see here. Or if we use distributive property to come up with something equivalent, we can rethink it as this. These two things are equal in value. Alright, now let's go back and look at number 10. If we were to find the GCF of 4 and 8, we would use 4. So now we just need a set of parentheses. And we're going to copy the symbol here. This is a plus sign, so let's put the plus sign in. So now ask yourself, 4 times what would be 4d? And wouldn't that be d? 4 times d is 4d. 4 times what is 8? Wouldn't that be 2? So your equivalent expression is 4 times d plus 2. Now whenever you're in doubt, then I would suggest plugging in a value for the variable. So let's say you're doubtful that you did this right. Try a number like 3 for the variable, and just make sure it's true. So 4 times 3 would be 12 plus 8. And we would compare that to if we were to follow order of operations. If we did 3 plus 2, we'd get 5. And if we did 4 times 5, we'd get 20. So does 20 equal what 12 plus 8 is? It sure does. Just as that little extra confirmation that you did it correctly. All right, hope you found this helpful.